Next.
Hi, my name is Roberta Chu, and I am in support of the merger. The first thing I would like to point out as it relates to the docket, I am in favor of the proposed transaction, and I believe that the structure will allow for local management. Their plan is to keep the same management team in place except for some of the people at the very top. I view this similarly to First Hawaiian Bank that was sold to the French. If you go into a First Hawaiian Bank, you will see that their management team is all the people that were there before the acquisition. I believe that the business will continue to fall under the PUC and the Consumer Advocate's watchful eye, as is the case with First Hawaiian Bank. They have to live within the federal and state banking laws. I also believe that NextEra is a larger company, will be able to provide HEI with access to capital, access to technology, access to larger buying power, and continue the statewide organization that can respond quickly to disasters like Iselle. I also feel that there is a commitment to renewable energy and customer savings. NextEra is the world's leading generator of renewable energy from wind and sun. It is well positioned to partner with HEI to achieve 100% renewable portfolio by 2045. I also feel that they will provide the resources to accelerate the development of a more modern grid throughout Hawaii through smart metering and time of use rate options. I also believe that they have made a commitment to the community. They will continue $2.2 million in charitable giving for the next 10 years. They will also make available incremental internship programs and recruiting opportunities that has been made available by Hawaiian Electric. This commitment includes adding the University of Hawaii system to the list of colleges and universities which NextEra recruits candidates for employment opportunities nationwide. So I am yes in favor of A1, yes, 1B, yes, 1C, yes, 1D, yes, 1E.
Please summarize.
All the rest I am in favor. Thank you.
Thank you for summarizing. Before we go to the next speaker, in keeping with what we have been doing, I'd like to introduce you, Representative San Buenaventura.
Well,
thank you for coming.
Thank you, Chair. Joyce San Buenaventura. Although I am a state representative for Puna, I am speaking today on behalf of myself because I have not polled my district. Let me just tell you about myself. I have basically embraced photovoltaic solar. One of my vehicles is an electric vehicle. I am photovoltaic powered, and prior to running, and I've made sure I have no Hawaiian Electric stock, so I have no horse in the game, for lack of a better term. I just want to let you know that there are a lot of people who are not here. These are regular people who expect that when they turn on the light switch, the lights will go on. They're expecting you, as government officials, to listen to everyone, but to make decisions even though their voices are not being heard here. And to that respect, you know, we all want the lights to be on. And what I want to point out was, as a Puna resident, I have to say that although I had doubts of Hawaiian Electric, I mean, because of problems with SFPP and their, and their geothermal areas, I'd have to say Hawaiian Electric stepped up to its game when it came to Iselle. They came at a time when Puna really needed them. They brought in resources from out of the islands. They made sure that when we turned on the lights, it took a couple of weeks, but we got our lights back on. And in Puna, when you don't have power, you also don't have water because we live on catchment. And I don't see any of the interveners. I mean, I love the idea of a co-op, I really do, but I don't see any of the interveners having any of the resources Hawaiian Electric had in putting together the fast, rapid response that Puna needed at the time of Isel. And I want you to think about that because a hurricane will come. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the question is, whoever takes, I mean, Hawaiian Electric was wonderful, and if the decision is no merger and Hawaiian Electric is given the resources possible, then that's great because they came through with a kind of innovation that was needed for the kind of merger. And if you decide it's NextEra, let's make sure that they have the kind of innovation and the kind of local commitment that Hawaiian Electric has. There are a lot of well-meaning folks out there, but I really want you folks to think that do they have the resources at a time of an emergency? Because most of people want the light switch to go on.
Please summarize.
That's it.
I'm assuming you're a neutral then on the transaction?
I am neutral. I want you folks to take into account that if you folks approve it, to require the conditions for lower fees. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
My name is Glenn Cavallo, born and raised in Hilo, Hawaii. I am opposed to this merger. I came here with no intention of getting up before this committee to testify, but as I was sitting there listening to people, the reason I'm opposed to this, among several others, but the main reason I'm opposed to this is when NextEra is stationed in Florida, we lose our whatever little control we have as a home-based industry. NextEra has said that to address the problem, that they will have an advisory board to supposedly speak for the Hawaii people. However, they do not give this advisory board a vote on their board. And so they'll say, yes, we listened to what they had to say, but we're going to do it anyway. And therefore, I am opposed to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? If not, thank you. It's a warm. I thought it's supposed to be rainy and cool in Hilo, but in this is hot. And I thank you all for coming tonight, for staying in this cafeteria, for expressing your point of view, and for allowing us to hear your feelings at this public listening session. We go to Kona tomorrow, we turn to Oahu, we go to Kauai, and then we'll have the final hearing on Oahu in a public listening session. So again, thank you. Thank you for the civility tonight and for expressing your opinions in a very responsible way. Thank you all. Aloha.